All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching. Welcome on board. Today we have Kung Fu Mr. Nice. I hope he will be introducing himself soon. I see we already have Angela watching. Thank you for coming in. We're just gonna do this live very shortly. It should be around 30 minutes max, and let's start the show. Back to you,
All
Mr.
right.
Kung.
All right. Thank you very much, KLA, for having me on. This is Mr. Nice with the Kung Fu Fanta Show, or you can call it a podcast, reaction channel, you name it. I do interviews as well. Thank you for having me.
Mr. Cecil, how do you know him?
Well, I just recently figured out he was the guy who came. I can't remember. It was just last year at the end of the year or January with a bunch of gifts with his wife,
Mhm.
and he had a bunch of electronics. I believe they were the GoPros. This was the
Yes.
same older gentleman that Marwa in front of his villa got down on his knees with all the
Mhm.
YouTubers around filming to
Mhm.
watch him unbox these gifts for supposedly YouTubers or whoever. And he was the same guy that got a little irritated. I don't remember exactly verbatim what Marwa had said, but Marwa had said something like, should we hold on to these cameras or should we give them out to certain people or whatever? And he said something with the irritation like, do whatever you think
You
needs to
wanna
be
do?
done, something like that. So now I remember who he is from
So
that from that video.
I'll speed it up for a little bit for you to much better understand who he is. He came right in the middle of the party. You remember
Okay.
when everyone was arriving? So he came in the middle of the party. So
Okay.
before before him prior coming, he asked Marwa to go and check houses which they could stay in. So Marwa took a trip to Migori with his wife Rosie or his girlfriend or his baby mama to Migori, and they went and got a beautiful house that had water flowing around its compound. And when Mr. Cecil came, he had already made arrangements for Deep East Safaris to pick him from Nairobi to the village. So they arrived in the safari caravan. So
Okay.
by the time they were arriving at the caravan, that's when now everybody was because it had already become a norm that if anybody comes, we need to film, and the number of YouTubers who are filming him because at that time he came with his wife, so it was astronomical, like seeing a guest being received that way, open what you show out what you have. So yeah, that's the same time that you talked about right there, that Mar was begging for begging, just kneeling down, scratching
Now,
and
he
kneeling in
got
front
down on
of.
his knees
Yeah, he got
basically
down on
because
his knees.
this is a man who spent a lot of money,
Yes,
who to Marwa's eyes was going to be a big donor, whether if it was monetary or gifts or both.
yes,
So I remember it keenly on that part,
yeah.
and it disgusted me that I didn't want to watch the video, even on the reactor at the time, whoever was at the time actually
Hmm.
reacting on it. I didn't want to watch it because just the way Marwa was acting. But
Yeah,
yeah, it appears to me that he seems to be a different person this time around from
yeah.
then.
He's
I
a
don't know
different
why that is.
Yeah, he's a different breed, and that's what we are coming to discuss. Is it a jinx or is the deal breaker? And then I remember one time, with the time that he came, he was also asking for Chacha. Chacha is the son of Marwa's friend who passed away and
Right.
left his wife Patsy. He was asking, "Where's Chacha? Where's Chacha?" The young boy that you'd keep telling, "Why are you not in school? Why are you not in school?" So he was really interested. He's the same person. Mr. Cecil is the same person who brought kids with the stationaries, pencils, bags, if you remember,
Yeah, I
and
remember
he
that part.
brought a lot of drama. You remember when Congressman I had to be given the bags to distribute it to the villagers, and then a whole fiasco came about. Like people who were not meant to receive those actually received them. So that was Mr. Cecil then. So today we having Mr. Cecil back in the village,
Hmm.
and he's come back. I don't know. For me, if you ask me, I think he has been doing a lot of research. Trying to understand what works, what not works. He did his homework well. That's what I would say. He is a genuine. Because I don't want to speak for the man, so he could be a very gentleman who wants to see change. But most definitely, I believe that he did his exams well. He saw how the YouTube is gravitating, and now he's bringing a different picture that nobody had ever thought about. So, is he changing the course of everything? Yes, I think he is changing. To what advantage? That I do not know. What about you?
Okay, well, let me go back a little bit because I want to ask you a
Yeah,
question. So
yeah.
his wife was bringing the school supplies while he was bringing the electronics. Is that correct?
I think a couple. Maybe we could say they were just bringing in the stuffs together. I think it would be fair enough that way because
Okay, okay. But
yeah.
so when I was on my live stream with AM Carroll the other day or yesterday, I had mentioned that I remember seeing only once that anybody brought any school supplies. So was this the couple that was the only ones that probably brought school
The
supplies?
only one.
The only
Right.
ones. Okay. So
They are
so
the
they are
only
the
one
ones.
who bought the
So is
supplies.
it,
Yes.
so it's a coincidence that when I was talking about people coming to the compound at Marwa and we're also mentioning Cecil, I didn't put the two and two together
Mm-hmm.
really until maybe earlier this morning. And now
Mm-hmm.
asking the question, now I'm starting to remember. So now I want to ask you another question about this. I remember when Paris did her little manugnal fall to the ground with her legs up. Was this the same people that gave her the GoPro, or was that somebody else?
I couldn't still get into my memory because I remember they brought in cameras
Hmm.
and they gifted Marwa the camera, and then he said that he will gift it to the mom, and apparently Mr. Cecil was not happy about that decision, and I think he brushed it off. It's like, please, you do what you think is right for you. I just gave you the gift, so you do what you want to do. So uh,
Okay.
that
Okay.
that that rubbed Mr. Cecile a little bit wrong. So, but I could not remember. I could not put my memory right if he also gifted what is his name, Mayuguno, a camera. But
Okay.
I think he
Okay.
had some cameras. I think about four or three. I don't remember.
So you asked me what I think about Mr. Cecile. So this is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking so far on the bits and pieces of information with him coming together with Congrats Dad trying to get him to open a business. He wasn't interested. It was obvious. Okay. He was definitely uncomfortable. I seen
Yeah.
that Congrats Dad was disrespecting not only him, but basically his own culture and the way of scamming, trying to get him to do something that he was not there to do. The other
Yeah.
thing is, watching bits and pieces of him with Gintu, and then all the stories about him wearing these glasses that have a little camera in them, a little microphone in them. Now, this
Right.
is what I'm going to say, and I said this yesterday, that for one, when it comes to Gintu, I don't think Mr. Cecil is going to be an issue, a wedge, or somebody that's going to stop Gintu from distributing goods to the people in the village. I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't believe that he was bought off. I don't believe any of that. Until there's like proof of that, I don't believe any of that. So there's a little too much speculation going on, in my opinion, for me. It's just too
Yeah.
much for me. But
Mhm.
here's the thing. Here's the other thing. Now, when it comes to the glasses and people, had their different opinions, what I'm thinking right now is that even with you saying it earlier in this live stream, is that he's gathering information, trying to see what works, maybe what doesn't work. So if
Yeah.
he's wearing those types of glasses, which I've seen them before, and you can get them, in numerous places,
Mhm.
that he probably is recording it because maybe it's going to be easier for him to go back and study what he's researched, because you do the research by going into the field. Now he studies the research and to try to figure out what conversations made sense, what other ones
Mhm.
didn't make sense, such as people trying to scam me. Where's my
Mhm.
money actually going to be applied? He did mention something to Congrats Dad that, I'm interested in getting land probably from the government to make this
And he made
tech
it so
hub.
clear. He he
Yeah,
he,
you
he has done.
definitely made it
He has
clear.
done. Yeah.
But
So that's what I'm saying. I think he's been doing some research because he's like, I'm not interested in all these scandals you guys are into.
Right, right. So my conclusion is that, so far with things are going, I don't think that he has any bad intentions, but this is the type of thing where you got to wait and see. However, the one thing that did concern me is, and of course people could be thinking too far into it, but it's still a concern. Why? Well, somebody said it. I didn't hear him say it, but somebody said that he wanted to bring Santa to the village.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been so many times where we've had weird people that have brought the image of Santa, dressing up as Santa, and being weird towards children. And I don't want
Yeah.
to say certain words, being weird towards children. However, let's not go there. Let's go here. Santa Claus is basically a pagan invention that the Catholic Church adopted hundreds of years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Saint Nick and everything, the whole Christmas tree thing, the worshiping of the tree and all that stuff. It is something that is a pagan religion that was molded into the
The
Catholic
couple.
religion. Okay.
Right. Right.
So, but the thing is that it's not something that's really positive because if you look at America, Christmas is something that everybody seems like they have to be obligated to do. It's really
Mm-hmm.
not their culture. They don't understand it. A lot of people in America and other places, they don't understand what Christmas is.
Yeah.
So why try to bring that into in a location like Nabahanzi or Kenya, period, where it's not a thing? The only thing when I was in Kenya where I'd see that it would actually be besides foreigners coming in celebrating on their own, is like
Yeah.
Westgate Mall. They would dress up, stores in the mall because they're catering to the foreigners,
Yes.
right? So why bring something like Santa Claus into Nabahanzi? That's not benefiting the children. It's not benefiting Nabahanzi, and it's not benefiting Kenya. So I have a little concern with that, even on that note. Why not come in if he's going to be there in December? Why not come in without the Santa Claus suit, without the jingle bells, without the sleigh and snow deer, and all that other stuff, and elves and all that other stuff, Christmas trees with presents underneath? Why not just do whatever it is that you really want to do without that stuff? Because that stuff is irrelevant. It is not part of the culture, and it
Yes.
absolutely just makes no sense. And so that concerns me. It's like, if he wants to do good, why derail what he wants to do, what he considers or what we consider good, with something like Santa Claus?
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm going to end it right there with him on that, on what I think about everything about him so far.
Yeah. So you actually brought up something about Gintu, doing the video. You know what my take is on? Uh, my take on Gintu, why he approached Gintu, because the thing is, he's the one who made the move. He's not Gintu who made the move. Like if you look at it, he explained it so well that he even made calls to the person in people. He said to the important authority. So it means he talked to Marwa about reaching out to Gintu. What
Hmm.
could be the conversation between him and Marwa talking about him approaching Gintu? He'd be like, maybe I need to talk to him down as a gentleman. Tell him that I will support him with the business, with his sanitary program. Maybe he's just deviating. Looking at his age, about more than 70 years, most probably he has a way of talking down to a young person to a point where he will see the importance of what he's saying. So I think he did a sit down on the phone call with Marwa and told him, maybe he's not a bad guy. I was there. You are there with him. He was making, the thing is, this is not Ernest. This is not Max Swan, who have never gone to the villa. These
Right.
are people. This is somebody who was working in the villa, who was also a friend to Cecil at one time, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, because I remember going to no, that was my Jamaican uncle, because when Jamaican uncle went to Masai Mara, that's when Gintu went tag along. But when Cecil was going, he was tagging along. I think it was Deep East and somebody else. Oh, the boy with the wooden shack. What's the name of the boy? Royal Kim. He tagged along Royal Kim.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think my memory is still okay. So most definitely they had a connection with Gintu, and it must have hurt him. Like that's one of the things I'm looking at it. It must have hurt to see Gintu turning away. So did he know that there was some wrong? Yes, he knew that Maro could be wrong to Gintu, and that's why maybe he's reaching out to Gintu, or he's reaching out to Marwa to mend the fence between him and Gintu. Uh, that could be one of the reasons. And you see, he's also working with Kibe. Kibe was just 2 weeks handling a case that was about to take him to court.
Right.
Prior Cecil coming to the village. So I don't know. This is my weird conspiracy. I might be right. When Nairobi teacher went for Kibe to pay up to the donor, the money that, or the investor, the money that Kibe ought to pay. I think also Cecil must have been touched to a point whereby, because I don't understand why the timing of Kibe coming to the village, it will just be right to say Cecil paid the 1,500, you know, for Kibe, so that when he comes to the village, Kibe is a new man. And now maybe he even met Ginto and told him, I did the off payment of this guy, not that because he's a bad person. I just want him to be on the right plane. Sometimes, and I believe this is also the same to Marwa. Marwa must have done one thing wrong, but instead of correcting it, he went on covering up, covering it up, covering it up. But now the problem is that you cannot cover many things at once, and it will go unseen. So some people will see, the likes of Black Beauty had seen it, on Carol, Modesta TV. They'd seen this. They're like, this guy is covering something in areas that he did. And then, like that fighting back, you'd always be arrogant. So I believe Cecil saw this and he's trying to fix this. So for me, and also remember, after Marwa falling out with Gintu went on a rampage to fight back, and he fought really bad, that Marwa couldn't handle. And I'm not saying that he couldn't handle, that he left for Argentina, but he couldn't handle to a point whereby he just said, let it be, like let it be. And somehow, I don't know, Gintu maybe saw the idea of how the kids were being mistreated, the early pregnancies. It must have affected him also during the fallout, and he said, no, I'm gonna show this out. Or he just decided to show out, not knowing that it could put him to the position that he is right now. So somehow Marwa became less of an important person in the village, and somehow the reactors are becoming more important in the village. So for Cecile to come and do his charity work, he might need somebody who is quite close to the community. And who is that person? That person was Gintu. So most definitely there was a way that he needed to work with Gintu, because to be like, negative people have their own project, or positive people have their own project. But also watch this space. This is my thinking, also my also conspiracy. Um, they might be also working to support him. But you know how Marwa normally does his friends. He will support you and then take the idea. When he owns the idea, he will kick you out of the idea. So they might also be thinking of doing a kick out of, what Ginto is doing is a good project. So they need to go in, be the ones who are supporting, so that the people who are from people are saying ladies lazy gang, or negative reactors, or I don't know, negative keyboard reactors, that stupid name that they always give people. So they might have said, let's take over, and then later say that maybe he's eating the money, or he's misappropriating the funds. There's always that scandal will come. What I've noticed with Nyabwase, there will always be a scandal, even on something that is really good. Just like Mama Ann, helping her was the best thing, but they even brought scandal which was not even necessarily needed. Maro even saying, this is our last time helping. And he discontinued talking about the family, until when the family started picking up, you could see the jealousy eye. So those are my opinions on why Ginto and Cecilia are now collaborating. I don't know what you think about it.
Well, as far as like Kibe, I was a little surprised, but then again, I'm not surprised. So I'm sure that the latest video from Cecil, giving the gifts to Kibe, that was already expected. That's what I
Yes.
got out of that. So he was going to come back for that no matter what.
Hmm.
Um, as far as any conspiracy theory between, I don't know, Cecil and Kibe, I really don't think so. Now, let me ask you this: the
Yes.
meetup, if you know, the meetup with Condad and Cecil, was that Kibe holding Cecil's camera?
Kibe was driving. Masubo Gake or Masubo was the one who was recording. So
Okay,
I could
okay.
have
Well,
missed
well,
that.
well, well, hold on. Now, was that before or after he met up with Gintu?
Ah,
That's what I'm asking if you know that.
no, I wouldn't put that. That would be a good question to ask Gintu,
Okay,
because
okay,
I wouldn't know that, because it's quite confusing. They did a video repairing the road, and I think they also did a video going to get the gifts from Migori.
okay. So
So, so,
anyway,
yeah.
the way I think about it, as far as Kibe is concerned, I really don't see any malicious intent coming from
No,
him.
yeah, yeah. There
I
was
see him. I see him that he's coming back for something that he was probably promised months ago. That when he comes back, he's
yes.
going to get it.
and
So
and
what
and I think
happened?
also they've been working behind the scenes together.
Possibly.
Yeah.
The other thing too is if Cecil is sincere,
Yes.
and I have a feeling he's probably worked with children with his wife's in other places for some reason.
Yeah,
I-
because you could see how he's moving.
Right.
He's moving quite
It,
differently
and the other thing too is the whole put off is like he definitely was not going to allow Congrats Dad to
to jump
basically,
his to jump his
well,
ideas.
not to jump his idea, but to control his
Yeah,
movement, control
yeah.
his money.
Oh
Because
man,
what he was
that
doing to Condon
that
was to
hand
control his money, control his movement.
that hand greeting was a meltdown for you to give everything for him. Like the way he held the man for some minutes, he was like, it's like he was trying to possess him for a minute.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh
Now,
man,
now I was thinking because
one of
somebody
the
a while back reacted on Congrats Dad having he was making like outside. He had some workers outside producing, if I
Mhm.
remember, brown sugar.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I was kind of wondering. I was like, okay, he's interested in a factory, but he wants
yeah.
somebody to pay for that building, and he
Oh
wants
yeah,
it to be on his
that's
land. So is it for that factory? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Or
hmm
maybe he just wants to eat the money and he'll continue to produce that product outside. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
But go ahead.
I don't know if you missed out, because Cecile was explaining what he wants to do.
Mhm.
Kunkrad was not even interested. I was like,
I didn't
give
miss
you the
that.
land.
Yeah, I didn't miss that. But the thing is I'm wondering
Yeah,
what he was really wanting that money, wanting him to spend that money for. That's what
yes,
I'm trying to think of because, like I said, it wasn't too long ago that somebody reacted
yeah,
and on somebody else's video filming the production of the brown sugar, I think it was. So somebody else in my comments, I think earlier today from my yesterday's stream said it was
mhm,
out. Maybe it was alcohol or something like that. I
yeah,
don't know, but still, I really think that if he could have his own building
yes.
and it's on his land and somebody else is going to pay for it, well, we know the history of this family. That's what they
That,
like to do. Go ahead.
trust me. I saw David Jr. doing a video, and I
Mhm.
saw him standing, and the mom was farming. And you know which land was that? Belonging to Jamaican grandma. I was like, you guys are not, you're it's not even a year. The owner of the land she's no longer with us. You guys are already taken over. Like, did you even seek permission? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
For me, it's really sad. The land already Dante bought. It's been farmed. It doesn't look like somebody from America bought that land.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, KLA, this is the time I got to go. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and depart. And if you're going to continue, I'll go ahead and watch, but I got to get going at this time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the contributions.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
I don't know. Maybe you can finish what Annie B said. something here, and welcome. Did y'all see Percy live today? Apparently, Cecile is not soldiering her kids anymore. She said he have conditions. Apparently, she confided in the person who is helping her build. Oh, all right. Cecile wanted her as a woman. She was afraid to tell, but the donor told her to talk. Ah, okay.
In a relationship as a woman, he wanted to have her.
I don't know.
See
And
that. See,
I've not watched Percy's life. I think I'm gonna watch it later.
okay. Well, this is interesting to hear. And
Yeah, that is interesting.
if that's okay, she's saying yes. So if that's the case, then the whole Santa Claus thing is already sounding
There's a
perverted to
circle.
me.
Yeah, there's a circle.
But since I have no proof, I'm just going to
Mm-hmm,
make it alleged. That's my opinion. Based on that, if that's true from Passy,
mm-hmm.
then okay, it sounds perverted to me. And I certainly hope not, because this would be a bad sign,
A very bad.
of not just older men, but men who are married and coming to the village with their wives, and then coming back and trying to make girlfriends of some of the village girls,
It's quite
the young
sad.
women. You know,
And
it's really crazy.
what is your opinion on about him coming and doing all this a turnover of what events? Is it gonna change how things will be run in the village?
No, because remember, like I said yesterday,
Yeah,
as foreigners can never solve an issue in
yeah,
another country. They can help, but they'll never be the solution. So Cecil, Jamaican Uncle, Aaron Dante, uh, Chris Musty List, none of these people are solutions to what's going on in the village. What the solution's only going to come from the people on the ground or somebody else in Kenya that would come there and help to make that solution happen. Like I said, we can help, but
yeah.
we're not the solution. All we can do is put a band-aid on a bruise, and that's it.
Even me who is not even me who is just a Kenyan, but I'm not from that particular village. As part of not if I don't own anything in that village or I don't stay in that village, I don't think there's a way I could help because they have a different culture, they have a different norms of ways of doing stuff. So I don't think we will match up.
All right. Well, I got to
Yeah.
get going for real.
Thank you so
So
much. Thank
you're
you so
welcome.
much. Thank you
Cheers.
so much. Nice. Angela, welcome so much. How are you doing? They doing too much in the villa. Yes, there's too much happening in that villa and too much drama. Before even one drama ends, another starts, another one starts, and it's from different factions. Like they're burning the place up. No one cares about everything. The whole place is just going crazy and where. So I don't know. Just tell me about what you think about Mr. Cecil's because I've been wanting to do the reaction, but I was like, let me just give him some time, see about 3 4 videos that will come up, and see what he's all about because I believe he came with some new vibe. I don't know how that will be seen by Marwa. Like meeting up people who are. I'm seeing him soon being. He could be hosted by Nyabanse podcast. I don't know. We don't know. So the new vibe is bringing. I don't know how it will cost or how it will go. So I'm just watching out on what could be the intention and how this will go and how will Marwa react. The problem is that Marwa now is quiet because he has a new road and he's actually sad. He's in Argentina while he could be creating those content without being slaved in the small studio apartment in Argentina. So um, most definitely for sure, Angela. There's too much drama. You can't catch up with like literally it's like the village is just like one street, like one street in a city, but the chaos in that one street is enough to break the internet. Yeah, most definitely. I believe that is most definitely. Marwa knows he's miserable. Yeah, he knows, and also not because that he knows alone that he's miserable. Is also his views are going down. And Angela, just to make it a point clear, I'm yet to do a research. If anyone would do the research and find where Marwa went wrong, because I believe Marwa went wrong somewhere. Because I remember even when he was in Kenya, he was doing 100. Nowadays, even 100 is near impossible. And I believe what Cecil is trying to do is trying to catch up with trying to bring Gintu, because now the fallout of Gintu, everyone who is falling out with Marwa has an effect on Marwa too. So, and I think Mr. Cecil understands this, and that's why he's reaching out to Gintu. He's trying to polish up Marwa's place. And the sad thing is that people are using their own hard money to help somebody who is digging his own grave. Every Sunday he will go and do a life that will create more damage than control, even not make even things better. He's doing too much damage to himself. So I don't know how people Dante got tired. He's now watching from a side. We don't know. We see. I don't see Uncle Jamaica going more further. Since that we have another Jamaica who looks to be having more people supporting him. Like he has more. Mr. Cecil has more people supporting him than Jamaican Uncle. Jamaican Uncle tried to open a GoFundMe. He created nothing out of that GoFundMe. So I think, and you see, he's already moved away from the village to do videos outside the village. So he's slowly losing that grip. So that's about Cecile. I never wanted to go that much, unless there's somebody who wants to say something or something to add. Vav, welcome, welcome. What do you say, Angela? He met Rios. That's where he went wrong. I think even Angela, I think before even that, like even beating Michele Ponte, before even that, there was something Maro must have done wrong, and instead of correcting it, he kept on covering up, covering up, covering up, covering up. Now, even look at his videos. It's just the moderators who are talking to themselves. It's no longer like before. People are donating, people are chatting. Sometimes even the video is playing and people are talking a different story altogether. Nowadays, people don't have that. If you talk about something that's not aligning the video, you get censored by the moderators. And I think the moderators are doing him a great disservice. If you ask me, the moderators are doing a very great disservice to Marwa. We'll see how it will go. We keep on watching. Angela says, "Woman is his weakness." Oh yeah, most definitely, women are messing the young man up. Hey, Fekere, how welcome, Angela. I was calling you. Hello, everyone. Okay, okay. Kavin, thank you. Welcome, Kavin. Annie, I want to take that what Percy says with a pinch of salt. Yeah, Kevin, I believe I believe you. I believe you. I've come to a point whereby whatever comes out of Nevanse, I have to cross check it. Like even today, talking about Mr. Cecil, I have to watch like 3 videos already, and I'm trying to figure out who he is, what is in game. Why is he working with Kibe? Kibe just had a scandal. He's not afraid of the damage, or unless he's the person who paid up the money that Kibe was being asked to pay, so that he will be working with somebody who is clean, and maybe they were friends before. So there's too much happening. Like there's too much also intertwined together. So it's quite hard to understand those stories. But after some time, everything will pan out. Everything will pan out. We'll understand the whole story. You know how it goes here. After some time, people will be trying to mess our minds, but we will understand what's happening. Either it's good or bad, I don't care. I think that the reality will come out. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay, okay. On trending, welcome. Thank you for coming in too. Thank you so much, Fekere, for letting people to know come in and like the video. Okay. Comment. Okay, thank you, Sue. Comment on the comment section later. Angela says, "Oh, who knows? Marwa has been wrong since he mistreated that fast foreign girl, but see, Rocio is punished." Are you, Angela? Are you meaning that Rocio is punishing Marwa? Oh man, Marwa is having it really bad. I saw one of the video that he had his goggles as, or the black glasses that as Masubo refers them, with paint, and I was like, was that even necessary? You got one eye that is working. You could just remove the glasses and put them aside. But I think it's all for the drama. Marwa is all for the drama. He has to create something. He has to make it look real. Maybe he's not even doing a lot of work, but he has to make it real. Take a ray. I feel much better, girl. Okay. Mura went wrong talking about reactors. Vav, I don't know. I think even before that, there must be something. I'm still doing my research, and I will bring it up. I will bring it up. Trust me, I'm still doing my research. There's something Marwa did. I don't know. I don't know if he lost it during the time that he was deported in Hong Kong, because his tone changed a little bit. His ego went up after the Hong Kong video. His ego went up. I don't know if you guys noticed that after the Hong Kong deportation, Marwa changed to be something else. Not in a bad way. Maybe his ego went up. He became less careful, and I think he's also just careless before. Yeah, I would say he was careless before, because he could have checked first the requirements of getting into Hong Kong and what is needed to do. I think that must have been, but I don't know. Is it during that time, or is it during the COVID time? I think it's during the COVID time, or when he was in Colombia, something happened and he's been trying to cover up, and somebody maybe has been trying to expose him on the video. I don't know. Trust me, I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong Marwa did, and it's eating him up. Kevin, yes, I'm also believing so. Cecil paid Kibe scam money. I think so. I think so. Can you imagine if this is somebody whom you're close with, and this is somebody you talk about every time you're talking together, and he tells you that he has a problem, he needs your help. I think most definitely he must have helped him, and also finding to see how Cecil operates. He may want him not to be seen in a negative position. So I believe Cecil must have paid his scam money. Bekere, he said he have doctors coming in. He thinks Kibe is a doctor. Oh yes. Now I see. Yeah. Now I see where the relationship is ending. Is heading to Fekere. Yeah. So I think he wants the doctors to come and work with Kibe, or Kibe will give them an outlook of what the medical infrastructure in Kenya looks like. I think that makes it look reasonable. That's a very valid reason. Yeah, because I was wondering what is the friendship between the two. Angela, Vav, yes, because Marwa talks before he thinks. Oh, Angela, most definitely. The guy doesn't think. He just keeps on saying whatever he feels like. He doesn't care, and I think it has come to cost him a lot. And I don't know. I don't know if he takes advices even from his own moderators, or his moderators he has boxed them to a point where they cannot correct him, or that the ones who are actually misleading him, because it could be another way out, because he's getting, the thing is, Marwa has made people his slaves, or he has made people worship him, but also he might be worshiping the artists from America and UK. Most of them are the moderators in his channel. Maybe they might be worshiping. Maybe they're the ones who are giving the Marwa the blueprint, what to do and what not to do. So we don't know. But most definitely, I think that is something that is happening behind the scenes. Ani, Ani says exactly, he's a scammer too. If not, he will not be uncomfortable. He will not be comfortable with Kibe and Marwa. Ani. Hmm. Aha. That makes some sense. That makes some sense. That makes some sense for sure. Forever humble. Jamaicans aren't making positive impacts in Kenya. Somehow. Mm, they are, and I think they are making positive impacts. Like even contributing to to them, giving them advice, it's making some contribution. That I would not say that is not making contribution. It is making some contribution. And welcome on board, Forever Humble. What is your opinion about our brother from Jamaica, Mr. Cecil? Do you think it's a jinx or is the real deal? Auto 718. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Angela, you say, and when he fired Alex, all hell broke loose. And let's not forget the strong man and the village cook. He fired them too because of Rocio. Ha! Rocio. Rocio is taking Marwa a different direction. Marwa must be driving on gear 2, but Rocio is driving on gear R, reverse. And that is something that many people have been complaining about. And also, I believe Rocio must be mad. You remember when Marwa and Rocio talked about that they met on Tinder, I think, or these social networks. They met, and later he checked the videos, and he was seeing him with another woman. You could see the face of Rocio. Look at the face of Rocio when they were talking about that story. She's not comfortable. Even when he was coming for Ivan, she was not comfortable. And Rocio at the moment has a lot of information about Marwa with his dwelling with women. So most definitely she must be doing some payback. His ego went up with his subscribers. Yeah, for sure. And also, naturally, I think he's just a competitor, Fekere. I think he's into competition. He is a lot. He's into a lot of competition. He realized scandal sells. If he starts begging, perfect, he will disappear. Oh yeah, yeah, Fekere, you're right. You're right. And now with Cecile trying to come and calm down stuff. It was fun when people are seeing Gintu fighting with Maro, but now Cecile is coming to calm this fight down. What will be the impact? I think it's what you're saying is actually making sense. This will affect him, and that's why he's always against people fighting negative reactors according to their mind, like negative reactors or people who are speaking the truth. From our side, we are speaking the truth and saying it the way it is, and he's always afraid. So I think he's been taking notes on what people are saying from the negative side because he knows that is the truth, but he's letting it go because he's been saying he will sue, he'll sue. He is not wanting to sue because he knows this is payback. He's giving a big deal out of it. Kevin, there you go. I believe that. Richard, okay, you said Richard Wall Traveler supported Maro when he was deported. Maro was fanatics sent him a lot of donations because of his troubles in Hong Kong. And I think also what Fekere said, Marwa noticed that friction and drama and all this backlash and that pity party. I was, and he always refer people to the video that he did about his stepfather, who is Congress dad. He always refers people to that video so that you can see the Maro that we have never seen. That Maro that always, remember how he was mistreated during the days. He's way above 35 years or 33, according to what he made in his documents. But he's making that sympathy awareness on the internet, and he's realized it's selling for him. So I believe he also went to Hong Kong just to create that. I don't think also he wanted to go. Maybe he had a different opinion about it, or he just went. It was a bad luck, and that changed it. Vav, you said change because of all the things messing around his mullah. Mm. Yeah, on trending is agreeing with you, Kevin. Angela says, well, actually, remember when he and Dee had a big fallout with Maya, and Trudy has been eating up to get back at Maya. Yeah, and Angela, he has been wasting a lot of energy on that. He's been trying to fight back, but apparently Maya and the team is also progressing in another way. He has wasted a lot of time instead of growing himself. I think also the way he tells about people speaking on him that we are not growing, but also him is also not growing because he's trying. He's secretly showing us. He's actually showing us that he wants to grow or do stuff, but he has an inner revenge story with between Trudy and Mad and Wodemaya. So that for sure, I believe Cecil should have known better. Kibe had scam case. Gitiriba have a child molestation case, and Maiguno has accusation against him. Cecil ran into the villa head first like a fool. Kevin, trust me, I do not know why people still do things that they do, and knowing that things are going where. Look at Jamaican uncle. He said nothing about that. He was embarrassed. He was ashamed about it. Marwa has to outdo Maya. It's a goal. It's a life goal. Yeah, it's always competition, Angela. Marwa realized that Hong Kong deportation that he got away with lenient onions from his lies. I think, and I don't know, maybe was he flying into Hong Kong or he was passing through? I don't know. It's I don't know what he was his plan. Angela, see, he went through that party that will put his biggest competition, but look at God. Mhm. Kevin, Fekere, so true. Kevin Cecil trying to play peacemaker, but the guys are not innocent. Yes, eight lives mixing. Fekere, thank you. See, greed and praise is his worst enemy next to Raw. Mhm. Jamaicans need to reach out to jump tours before going to Kenya to do work there. Yes, and I do not know why. Kevin, look at this. We have already a Jamaican. As you step out of the airport in Nairobi, there's a Jamaican who is living in Nairobi who could show you the in outs. But people are going for the subscribers. People are going for that Marwa juice, that Marwa shock juice. To go and get it from the villa. Can you imagine how far it is? It's almost about 1,000 kilometers from Nairobi to that village, but people will dare not even think about it. They will go that route. Mr. Cecil is a big time, but he is not ranking. Auto. As a former member of Barwa cult, forever Apple, when did you leave the cult? I can understand where my fellow Jamaicans are coming from. They will see the light soon. I did. Okay, forever Apple. Marwa fanatics are really complaining about Rosion right now. Oh yes, and they should, because the day Rosion will be done with Marwa, people will be people will be crying out loud. Go check his comment section before they delete the negative comments. Oh, most definitely they will delete, and you know who are deleting? It's not even Marwa; it's the moderators. Cecil Haberts, thumbs up, done. Thank you for the thumbs up, and welcome again, Cecil. No, I've not seen you. Welcome, Cecil. Cecilia, welcome, Herbert. Yes, I remember that. Oh, you remember? Uh-huh. And she was pregnant and got no mercy because she gave no mercy. Mm-hmm. Russia is bringing another Scorpio into the world. Oh, I think I have to pin this, Kevin. Mara and his son are gonna share the same zodiac sign. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They'll be the Oh, Kevin, I never thought about this. Actually, they will get the same. They'll be on the same month. Yeah, let's see how it goes. And the baby looks like they are twins. I think it is well fed. Sorry to say about this, but it's okay. I think Cecil good people, but he's just try to do too much. And when he meet with Gint, that was the nail in the coffin. Marwa got to be the controller, nobody else. I don't know, Angela. Because Cecil said he already talked to him. So, and yeah, I don't think, or maybe Marwa would just play along so that he could get the development and later come and fight back. Okay. Marwa suffers under the hands of contract lawyers as a child, and he refused to seek professional help to deal with the child trauma. That was one. Yes, and he's been trying to be just like his neighbor. He wanted to be rich like his neighbor. You remember when he talks about allowing kids because the neighbor also allowed kids? So there's a whole story into this. But I'm still trying to find out what went wrong with Maro. Why was he covering up? Because I believe he was been covering up for one single mistake, and it has now led to all this. He made his sister have an imaginary flight with Trudy and Maya, and he started one with Maya. Since he has seen commotion, keep up the ratings up. Okay, yeah, Kevin, Fekere, that's true. No, you're not late, Herbert. You are not late. You're not late. Okay, he was passing through Hong Kong. Oh yeah, I believe so. He was passing through Hong Kong. He was not actually traveling, and I don't know. It's Maro is just an interesting person to understand sometimes. We blame OT for the everything. Why? Cecilia, why are you blaming? Forever humble. How have you been? So Trench Town boy did get run out. When was that? Marwa wants the biggest house, the biggest fish pond, all the horses, all the donation, the fame, and the skinniest Mazugo. Oh, and he wants to divide and conquer. Angela, you're right. I must sleep between. Oh, you want to sleep and on trending? You can watch later. I think it's okay because we are about to finish. I think we'll be finishing about in 6 minutes. So how long have you been free? Are you asking me, Fekere? I would like. I would want to be surprised if Rocio gives birth to twins. Her belly is super big. Yeah, it's super big. I saw yesterday the videos like, oh yeah, this is something else. But Cecil didn't tell him who he was meeting with. Oh, that would be a big mistake. Marwa will come back for him. Conrad Dad is remorseful about Marwa's eyes and pays him back in land and fighting his battles. Kevin, that's because Raw is so skinny. Oh, the baby and fluid. Okay, and he Auto says he have Dr. Kibe playing Unity with Gintu. Marwa must fire him. You just wait. This will happen, and you'll be remember. You'll come and say, "You remember that boy? That he was playing with people's money." Yeah, I don't want him in my villa. I don't want him in my villa. Cecile, you wait and see that. I'm asking forever humble. How long have you been? Oh, okay. So what is your opinion, everyone? Like, do you think it's a jinx or is up to something good to the village? I don't know. For me, I'm still saying I will give time. Okay. So Kevin says I'm waiting for Cecile sister to do a video on what happened to him. After the money goes, and when he goes back and he'll be complaining, yeah, that video will come. Kevin, that video will come. It's become a norm. Like like already we have conflict or we have different interests. So most definitely somebody will feel that they are actually losing or they were taken advantage for. Yeah, and can you imagine people are writing in the comment section that the clothes are not new, they are from the junk. And imagine if this is true that people donated these items. You can imagine how the pain that they feel right now. And imagine it's not even about the negative reactors who are saying this. These are people from his own, Marwa subscribers who are saying this is not new clothes. So it's quite something else. It's quite different. Trench Boy and Jew are both delusional. Fekere, you said it right. Forever humble, you came up with Marwa's camp. Welcome. Oh, forever humble. I have remembered you. You used to have a cup when one behind, and I think you're holding your chin or something. If that's right, I think my memory will put me right. I used to remember. I think you are. Were you a moderator there, or you are a moderator in David Junior's channel? I don't remember, but I remember. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for seeing the light. We thank God for seeing the light, and we pray for everyone to see the light. Was it a good time there? Tell us about it. They will fire Uncle Ju just now and take time. Kevin, did y'all say Sonia was Cecil's sister? Oh, that's new. That's new. I did not know that. Fekere, what's making you laugh? Okay. Forever Humble says, Fekere, I saw the light during the party time. Marwa was talking about reactors, so I went in search of reactors. I woke up. Now you understand why. Forever Humble, you understand why he was saying not watch those negative reactors. If you're watching them, you are sick in the mind. Hey, oh man, can you imagine there are people who would not want to watch because they believe Mara is right? And sadly, in Kenyan politics, we have one kind of a person of that character. Is he right or is he wrong? I do not know. I will not speak about him in any way because I do not know him personally. But there are people who will not unless it's that politician speaking. So I understand what you mean. Angela, Cecil said Sonia is his sister. Oh, Kevin. Give me. Let's go a little bit off this topic. If Sonia is the sister to Cecil, and Cecil saw the light, and the way we are seeing Cecil operating, he doesn't want to be boxed in. Is he trying to correct the village on his own terms? Because if that's the sister and you can see how the sister is operating and how he's operating, he's not like Jamaican uncle. It's not like Jewel. So I don't know what is cooking. There's something cooking, and I think you're heading somewhere, Kevin. You're almost getting something, but I think this will come after some time. Let's see what Sonia will say, or what will be the opinion of. The thing is, when you see on the video, you are given a half. Is it not even a half? It's an eighth of what is happening in the village. Then when you go live there in the village, you realize, okay, there's a lot of happening here, and I want to see because last time Cecil was not staying in the village; he was staying in Migori. If you all remember, he was renting the place Marwa went and looked for in Migori, and he went to Masai Mara. So he doesn't know a lot of things in the village. Now that he's in the village, he ought to see a lot. Angela, I think Avin is hiding somewhere. She's getting something. On trend it says Cecilia Hamad. Now you are reporting me. And actually, I actually started the live when on trending was doing. So I need to go back to your video and watch it after this live. Uh and I think it's already time, so we should be closing soon. I did not know that on trending. Never. Oh, forever Meldio. So it's true. You're the same person that had your picture with the cap backsided, holding your chin. Right. So my memory is right. Erin Sue Commons. It's first time rewatching one. Okay, it's first time I've seen your name, but welcome. Uh, Angela. Cecile said his sister Sonia introduced him to Marwa and Christmas List channel last year when he was visiting the villa. Recently, Cecile told Jamaican uncle that his Sonia is his sister. And Uncle Jamaica could not take it. He left the village as soon as possible. He knew he might be working with somebody. Sooner or not later, he'll be a negative reactor. Because when the moment you leave the village, that Marwa juice fades away. People don't watch you anymore. Kevin, oh now it's connecting. Okay. Maybe not that Sonia. Anibi, which Sonia? Not the Sonia reactor. Angela, Cecil did not hide anything. He says like it is. Oh yeah. Kevin, that's true. Jamaicans have a special bond with Africans. and mostly even Kenyans. We have a lot of bond with the Jamaicans, and that is could be seen. I don't know. Maybe our DNA it could be the same. We do not know because think about it. The athletes are from either Jamaica or Ethiopia or Kenya, and to a larger extent Nigeria. So smaller extent, sorry, to a smaller extent Nigeria, but the high numbers will be from Jamaica, Ethiopia, and Kenya. So something around there. So I don't know. Maybe the DNA is the same. I'm not sure, but I've been thinking the same too. Cecil is just inclined to help the poor. I don't think he's a fanatic like Jul. Yeah, yeah. Forever humble. That's true. And B, she is. I saw her in Uncle Ju comment section laughing about Cecil and Ju talking about her. Ah, Kung Fu is back. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. But I'm about to end the live. I don't know what is your last comments, everyone. Before as we close, Kevin, I see Cecile don't hide anything. Yeah, and Angela, think about it. If he doesn't hide anything, and the way has been speaking out of his mind, can you imagine the things that will be coming out when he will discover? Okay, I'd lost a little bit. So Walt, welcome, welcome. You've not missed anything. You've not missed anything. Welcome so much. Okay, it's about to be a storm. Yeah, Angela, most definitely. About a storm is about to happen. How it will happen, I do not. I have no idea. But if anybody crosses Cecil, I think Cecil will fight back. And you can imagine he's already fought the father and Corona's dad. He's already put um, Gintu in line, with his vision. He's already put Congress mom. He already talked to Marwa, and Marwa agreed for Gintu to meet him. So Cecilia is walking a different path. Uh, oh wow, nice, Kevin. That's Ani. Welcome, Walt. Yeah, everyone is welcoming you, Walt. What's funny? When I was under Marwa's spell, I used to sell one of my car to come and come. I used to sell one of my cars to come to the village to see the idol. I hope you didn't travel. I hope you didn't travel. But you could still travel to Kenya. There's nothing wrong about traveling to Kenya. Actually, Kenya is a very good place to travel. There are many things you could do otherwise than going to that village. You could actually go to the village, but there are many things to do. Just in Nairobi, there are people who come to Kenya and they spend their time. They even spend even a whole month in Nairobi, and they still go back and have not seen everything. And they still come another time, another time, another time. And you know why they still stay? Nairobi, because there's too much happenings. Can you imagine if that is the drama or that's the happenings in Nyabohansa, Forever Humble, and it's a small village? Can you imagine the whole city of Nairobi? So now I see. Okay, okay, I didn't understand that. Kenyan living bro, hey yeah, bro. Welcome, Walt. KLA, it's about to be a storm, yeah. Oh, okay. Walt says I was wondering what people thought about Cecile. Yeah, me too. I'm been checking up him. I think I've watched three of his videos. I'm still yet to put a right essay about him, but I'm still discovering more. And I think we need to give him time. I think there's something he is into. Either is it positive, negative? I don't know, but I think there's something he's trying to achieve, and he's actually working it right. Like to a point where I meet Gintu. I think he's into going into those charity. I saw some people making some comment that is gonna use this all to go and show people. I don't know, the donors who will be there, something. I don't know if even if he does that, that is for the benefit of the people there in the village. So that will happen. Angela. And Kevin says, Angela, exactly. If Sonia is indeed Cecil's sister, I know she did not gonna take it lightly on how they treated Cecil after he spent so much money in Yabanse village. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Mm, so Walt says, Kenya living in Bola. I didn't watch too much today. I caught that I believe Gintu said that Marwa actually didn't know it was him. It was him Cecil was going to see. Oh, yeah, and if he didn't tell Cecil, if Cecil didn't tell Marwa, it seems Cecil knew that will create a lot of issues. And you see how he's operating. If he didn't tell Marwa who he's meeting, but what will be the backlash? I'm yet to see. But you know now the Marwa will be quiet because he's gaining at the moment, so he wouldn't want to chase somebody who's giving. And now that the donations are not going, there are no people helping him. Yes, Mara will try and keep that for a minute. What's that I had? Okay, Cecil needs to relax and enjoy his time in foreign. Oh yeah, he needs to take time, not to involve himself with a lot of projects like that. You know, building the road. Yeah, it's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing. What he's doing is a good thing, but he needs to go slow. I think you're right, Auto. Walt Gitu is the real god, and Cecil is Marwa's saga. In this Marwa saga. Yeah. Gintu, actually, Kevin, Gintu took over the village. Gintu took over the village. And to a point whereby, literally, and I'm not putting Maxwan down, but I will say now he's the youth leader, like Gintu is now somehow the youth leader. Like, it's not like elected or proposed or anything. Like, people just want to go to Gintu when they have problems. So anybody in the village right now will be going to Gintu because Gintu has a way of expressing it. He has an audience for himself, and he's actually a doer. The thing is, the difference between Gintu and Marwa and the other boys. Gitu will use his own hands. He will not depend too much on donation. He will, yes, he requires some donations, but he will not depend on donations. Look at how he's doing, feeding the villagers with his own vegetables, and that's what we've been saying. Sometimes just show what you could do so that we could help in. Sometimes in something interesting, someone said to me was Gintu should be careful that Cecil could be a setup because to accuse Gintu of theft. I don't know how about that, but I've seen worse underhanded behavior. Actually, Walt, I discussed about it, and I said it might be since Gintu has taken over the village, like everywhere it's Gintu, 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 Gintu village, Gintu pads, Gintu vegetables, Gintu school, Gintu correcting people, advising people. So he has become the man of the city. So being the man of the city, he needs to be torn down because he's taking the place that Mara should be actually doing much better. So uh, is he targeted? Yes, he is targeted. Most definitely he is targeted. To what benefit? It could be a selfish benefit, but it could also be that people have seen that he's doing something that makes sense, and if we don't join, the guy is gonna have that cake alone. So yeah, he ought to be knowing his position. Ot, I will be under the tent in your life tomorrow. You won't see me. I hide. Looking for you in the villa. Cecile, good night. A nice chat. Thank you so much. Yes, we are closing soon, everyone. Hey, Kemi Klaus, you came in late, but it's okay. You can rewatch it later. Don't sleep. Hey, you guys, don't sleep. I'm not sleeping. Kavin Muchacha, hey. I got lost saying hello to everyone. Okay. Forever, but when I visit Kenya, I will link up with Jump Tours to take me around. I've learned my lesson about the villagers, especially Koreans. Oh, I'm sorry about that. And I don't think all forever, but I don't think all Koreans are bad because you could see not most of the Koreans are on the YouTube. So we could also have other people. It's common everywhere. I would just say since you're a Jamaican, I think Jump Tours will be a good thing for you to, link up with him, show you around. I will actually watch for that. And it's not about, anything. It's just like he will be in a better position to understand you better, and give you what you want, and reconnect with that Jamaican love, understand, get you into the ground as a Jamaican. So yeah, that will make sense. For example, please do that when you visit Kenya. Gintu, I've thrown Max One out of the city. Yeah, come in. Gintu has done a brilliant job, to a point whereby Max One seems not to be the youth leader. Kemi Klaus, big up. You're nice. You're nice and clean self. Okay. But it's true. Them foot soldiers didn't accuse Gintu of being a theft. Oh, there's too much. I don't know what they're planning on Gito, but let's give time. We see how it goes. Kele, yeah, I think he's targeted too, without doubt. From catfish to kingfish, yeah, they're just trying to break him. But the thing is that you wouldn't break somebody who's genuine, somebody who is a hard worker, somebody who knows himself. So I hope they're not trying to do that. For example, I met Ramesh Nelson, aka Jam Tours, when I was in Kenya last year. Jam Tours is very genuine guy. Yeah, you could actually see it even if you've not seen it. You've not seen him. Gintu has taken over Marwa and Maxwan seat in the village, and found out today that Gintu is not from Nyabanse village. Mogesi revealed that today. Yeah, I think he might be just doing farming there, and or maybe like most Kenyans have different homes or different places. They buy another land, like Maro. They're not from originally there, but you see, they were in the center. Now they bought from another place in the same village. So it's quite common. Korean people are very good people. It's just poverty that's causing them problems. Imo, well, and some bad players. Oh yes, most definitely. That's what it is. Walt Gintu, you are a bad man to take over another village. You don't even live there. But I don't think there's anything wrong. Actually, in most places, somebody who comes from another place or another village is most welcome than anybody. Most definitely, like Marwa now, that since he's from that village, you see the reception that he's getting is way different from what Gintu will be receiving. And people also believe somebody coming out from another place will have a better position to help them, with everything, like development and leadership. For example, Mogesi, Ernesto, and Gintu have replaced Maxwan, Ernest, and Masuba one in the village. Yeah, they did that long time. Wait, that's true. Gintu is fantastical. Yeah, Git is just something else. Git is just something else, and I still he's too smart. Like, just look at him. Look at Gintu. Gintu just finished school and decided to go into fish farming. He did not know the whole concept. He went and worked with some in the restaurant next to their village. So he is a smart person. He's supplying foods to schools. How did he reach out to that at that young age? So he's a very smart guy, and I think that's why Marwa pulled him to his compound or to his team, because he knew that this is a resource. But Marwa thinks that he will take a resource from somebody, or will take an idea from somebody, and after taking that idea, he kicks you out. Then realize, oh, he should have kept you for long. That's who Marwa is. KT passed at the village today. Oh, I didn't know. I've not checked on KOT. That's king of travel. Some of the people in that village could use Gintu drive to make it. That's true, 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 true. Angela, Ernest, and Masuba one fighting a war as Gintu takes over. I think Gitu took over, and you could see he will notice how quick there will be a problem, and he will try and sort it out. When Obasa started fumbling with that story, making videos out there contradicting, he went straight and said, "No, we ought to leave her do her stuff, and we do our stuff." So he has a little bit of being clever and knowing where he stands also. and that's helping him too much. Kevin, but it looks like Ernest fighting him because Masubo haven't responded. I don't know. That for sure would be something that could happen because they will always be fighting amongst one another because of um they want to see taking the lead. Everyone is trying to take the lead in the village, So that's something most commonly seen. Eden said, if you go away, look to look for Masubo. Oh my, I don't know what's happening with Masubo one and Ernest. But I don't think Cecil will go to that extent to meet such content creators. Mogesi, Ernest, mostly Ernest and Masubo one and Max one. I don't think he will go to that extent. If he goes, I will want to see how it will turn out and what Paro will be saying about that. So KOT Filmware, Kenya Power, uh, Cut, Congrats, Mom, and more illegally electric line. Oh yes, I saw that in the video. Was it 2 days ago? Did anyone watch Ernest's video today? I was putting off watching it because those guys are and that drama has been going on, being trying to stay out of their personal business. Masubuan coddling Ernest's wife. Ernest KOT channel is fire on the mountain. I'll go and check it out after this live. What I don't know if we needed to know Masubo called his wife lol. So everyone, I will want to end the video today here. We could end it today here and we'll meet in another one. This topic I didn't want it to go for 30 minutes, but I see we've already gone 1 hour, which is okay. So we'll just end today, and we'll see you in another video. I don't know what is your opinion. Just let me know in the comment section, or just right now in the live, what you would want me to discuss, or what we need to go in depth and discuss about. And I'll come with a video tomorrow morning. For now, I will put the timeout as we end the video in 20.